Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julie Mackie and welcome to today's video. Fun little reading vlog that I am doing simply because there's no reason, or there is a reason, I'll tell you in a sec. But if you can tell, I'm not in the same setup because for today's video, I'm on vacation and I'm going to be reading for 24 hours. Let's just get into it. The ideology for this video is that I tried this, I think back in February around Valentine's Day, when I was reading romances for 24 hours. I wasn't reading them straight in a row. I was just reading them for the sake of reading them, but in a 24-hour span. That made no sense. But essentially I'm going to be doing the timer method of 24-hour reading, which if you've been on YouTube for a bit, you're going to know that basically what people do, they set like a 24-hour timer, I guess, and you just keep reading until you hit 24. But you read it over separate days. So if you want to take breaks for going to sleep so you don't mess up your sleep schedule, or if you want to eat, you can do all of those things. You just pause the timer while you do it and you can read while you're reading. So this is the more accurate method of doing it because you're reading the entire time. It's not like you're taking time out to go shower or do other things like that, which I find really fun. I find it accurate, I find it nice, but also I'm doing it because the actual reading for 24 hours straight intimidates me and I want to do it one day. I'm just practicing with this right now so I get better at it, and then hopefully when I do my first reading for 24 hours straight, I get it, because I don't want to go into it and then not be able to do it. That would really break my heart. So this is basically just me training and practicing for that because I have one planned in the near future, sooner than you would expect. That's what we're doing in today's video. I have my stopwatch queued up. I'm just gonna press start and then we can start reading. I'm gonna restart it now because it's gonna bug me, but essentially I'm gonna start reading now and it's at 0, just so you know. And yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. My original video, I have a few things I've learned from it basically, and that's what I'm gonna try to implement in today's vlog so I don't make as many mistakes, because I've understood a couple of things. So firstly, I have a set TBR because the thing about this is wherein you need books already assigned. At least I do, because I know once I finish a book, I'm gonna be in the state wherein I don't know what I want to read next and time's getting wasted that way. But also I want to be motivated enough to pick it up. So I have a couple of books here with me. I'll give you reasons as I start them. I have My Roommate is a Vampire. Confessions, no. The Secret Dream World of a Shopaholic. I've watched the movie already. I loved it, but I have the physical now because I want to read it. That's why I keep calling Confessions of a Shopaholic, because that's the movie title, but I have this one. And lastly, for the physicals, I have a kind of thick one. It's called 1,000 Splendid Suns. I need to read this for a school report project kind of thing that I'm supposed to be doing. We could do it on anything, but like I decided I want to do it on a book review simply because I love reading, and I had this on my TBR anyway. So those are physical options for the readathon. I also have my Kindle with me. But from what I learned from last time, I really like listening to audiobooks, and listening to an audiobook during this helps the time go by faster, but also you're actually reading, at least in my opinion you are, because my channel, my rules. So I've got a couple of audiobooks queued up as well, and I'm already in the middle of a couple of books. So like you saw, My Roommate is a Vampire, or I have only this much left. And from what I've understood, it's better to be in the middle of reading something so you can pick it back up, you can get right into the world, you're not wasting any time. So over the past week to prepare for this video, I've actually started a couple of books, and that's what we're going to be getting into. To start the readathon right now, thank you so much Gallery Books. I got the Arc of The Paradise Problem by Christina. My mind is blown, okay? And I am, I think, about like 60-65% already through the book because I couldn't control it. But today is actually Monday, May the 13th, which is great, except the book comes out tomorrow, and all the times I get arcs, I usually don't end up reading them in time, but this one I really want to because I'm so close. So I have about like 100-ish pages of it to read. So I think what I want to do is start the challenge off with this book, The Paradise Problem, and we work our way through that. I got the arc through NetGalley, the app, or the website technically. It was sent by Gallery Books. Again, thank you so much. It comes out on May the 14th, like I said, and NetGalley has this option wherein if you click it, you have this like robotic voice reading the audiobook out loud to you to make it like an audiobook. That makes no sense. But right now I don't really feel like actually reading, even though the weather is iconic. The view from here you can't really tell because there's a building beside me, but I'll show you what it looks like in a clip. It's raining, it's crazy. I'm on vacation and it's raining. It was all sunny and bright all these days, but anyway, ignoring and moving past that, the point is the weather is great. I just don't feel like Kindle or physical reading right now because listen, I read till quite late last night, and maybe starting this video right now is not a good idea, but I want to do at least 8 hours today, tomorrow, and then day after, so we do at 24 hours. And for today, I think I just want to listen to the audiobook for now. Yesterday was Mother's Day and I actually started crocheting this flower for my mom. I haven't really finished, so I think what I want to do is work on this, keep going, crochet a couple of things, because I just feel like doing that right now, and we're starting our vlog off basically by trying to finish this book. Simply because I want it done before tomorrow, the day it actually comes out, so I can like put a nice review, give you my thoughts, because I'm loving it. I haven't found a 5-star read yet in this year, which is kind of sad, but maybe, I have a feeling this book might be it. So I'm gonna start reading now. That's what we're doing. The last thing I wanted to say is, if you're doing a readathon, it's fun to have like a buddy do it with you, simply because you're just gonna get bored and tired and kind of lonely when you're doing it yourself. So I managed to talk my sister into doing this with me. She's right here. I'm not going to be showing her face on camera obviously, but you want to show them your books, the ones you're going to be reading?
Yes.
Okay, just show it. But essentially she's going to be reading all these books. I'm pretty sure you started this last night.
Yeah, I did this.
She started this last night and she's going to be reading these. These two she's already in the middle of, and these she's going to pick up. So I will give you updates on what I finished reading and what she did as well. You come in later and give your thoughts and ratings. But yeah, we're essentially starting the readathon now. I have my timer queued up. You cannot see it, but it's queued up. And let's just get into it. Three, 2, 1. Let's go. This is so fun. Hi guys, so it's been a bit since I last updated. Please excuse the hair. I haven't read for very long. I have only been reading for 3 hours and 25 minutes, as you can tell, and I'm already super tired. I'm exhausted. It doesn't look like it because I've got like bright lights ahead of me, up above me, but I'm so exhausted. I just want to sleep. But we got a book done. So obviously it didn't take me all this time. It's currently 12:52. It's past midnight. It didn't take me all this long to read the book. I only read it for like 3 hours and 25 minutes, as you can tell. I was listening to Christina Lauren's new book, which is officially out now because it's, you know, the next day. It's past 12, but I was listening to The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren on audio with the audio option on the NetGalley app. So it wasn't actually narrated by the audiobook narrators. I haven't got that, but maybe I will. Who knows, because I really enjoyed the book. It was really good. But essentially it's about these two people, Liam and Anna, I believe. Yeah, I'm not forgetting this. I just finished like a couple hours ago. But it's about Liam and Anna, and they essentially get married for this like family housing situation in university, and it's all good until they divorce. They don't actually. So now it's been like 5 years. Out of nowhere, Liam shows up on Anna's doorstep and he needs her help, and as it turns out, they're still married. And his family is like super rich. There's something with inheritance going on from his like grandfather, and he needs it if he completes like a 5-year marriage. He needs his 5-year marriage to get done, but also his family has been asking questions about his wife, and one of his family members, his sister, is getting married. So they kind of want his wife to come along with him to the marriage so they can actually believe that he's married. It's this whole thing for the inheritance to actually work, because they don't really know if he actually has a wife. He hasn't ever introduced her. So he's come to her doorstep for help. He's asking if she can come along with him, and she's gonna get paid for all of it or whatever, and she agrees because she needs the money. The swoon in this book, the banter, the tension, I loved it so much. Listen, hey, this book wasn't your typical summer read it by the beach romance. Like, yeah, you could do that, but also it was very deep and it was emotional. I loved the connection, and there was so much character development right from the very beginning. It was incredible, alright. I really enjoyed the premise. There's also like family issues and trauma. It's sad because he's like going through all the same issues normal everyday people do, they go through in their real life. It's sad because that money can't fix it. It's very deep, and I don't want to be getting into it at like 1 a.m. almost, but I finished it. I'm so grateful I did, because I've been reading it for a couple of days now since I got the arc. I was already 60% through it, keep that in mind, and I was listening on the audio version, again just narrated by a robot, so I don't know anything about the audiobook. I can't be giving my thoughts on it because I didn't hear the actual narrators, but I had so much fun. Even though it was narrated by a robot, there were so many scenes I was just like giggling so hard, laughing. There's like so much going on in there. The humor, just the way they talk, alright, I loved it. It didn't feel realistic the way they talk, but at the same time it did. But also he's been like saying all these lies, like she's a med student or something like that, and she isn't actually, so now they have to like play along with that, and there's all these other things going on. It was really fun. I highly recommend, since it's already out now technically today, go pick a copy up. I'm not saying that because I got an arc, I'm saying it honestly because listen, I loved that book. I rated it 4.75, which is the closest I've come to a 5-star so far this year. I don't think I've ever rated a book 4.75, and the reason I didn't give it a 5 is because when I'm like having trouble rating a book, so if I'm like between 2 ratings and the other rating is a 5, I usually know that if I'm like not sure if it's a 5, it usually isn't a 5. So I'm gonna sit on it for a bit, but so far it feels like a 4.75. There's no actual reason why it's not a 5, it just doesn't feel like one, but also it's very close to it. So yeah, I really liked it. It's better than the other Christina Lauren book I read, which was also amazing, by the way. I read, what's it called? The one about the loop. In a Holidays by Christina Lauren, that one. My bookmas videos, I think I gave that like a 4.5, and this one was obviously better. I loved that as well, and honestly they're just like a great author duo for me. I can't wait to get into more of their books. Right now on vacation, I actually do have one of theirs physically, so hopefully I'll get to reading that soon as well. Basically, I finished The Paradise Problem. I loved it. I loved their writing style, the way they just work things out, and we also have the guy, Liam's perspective in this, which just made the book so much better, because like usually if you have like a one-sided, like I enjoy that, but it's always better when you have like both of their perspectives, and I'm eating that up. And then also the family in this, there were 2 specific characters, his sister-in-law Blair and his brother Jake. If you read the book, just read the book, you know who I'm talking about. These people were the comedic relief anytime anything went down. Even if it didn't go down, they were just like having me giggling and like laughing out loud to an audiobook, and whenever there were people around me, it was just getting awkward. But listen, I had the best time ever. So 4.75 for this one. And now is usually the time, even though it's kind of late, that I would normally like pick up a book to unwind and read before I start getting ready to bed. I start getting ready to go to bed. See, this is what it's doing to me. 3.5 hours of reading. Even though I was listening to it, I'm so tired, I'm exhausted. But yeah, I would normally just pick up something to read for a little bit and then go to bed right now. And this is the best part of the readathon, because if I didn't have something I was already in the middle of that I can choose from now, I probably would have just gone to bed because I'm tired. But because I do have some options, I don't really know what I'm picking yet, but I just know we can get book 2 in, I guess. And yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I don't know if I want to read on Kindle or if I want to read physically right now, or maybe another audiobook, but we shall see. I'm sorry about the fact that it's like literally the same place. I did go sit outside on the balcony and read for a bit. It was beautiful out there because the rain, it was like gone and the skies were clearing up. It was clean, it was nice and pretty, it was smelling great. I had a good time. It was kind of cold, but it was good. I know there's no change of scenery, but I'm just too comfortable where I am right now to get up and film elsewhere. But hopefully tomorrow we shall do that, and yeah, I'll come update tomorrow in the morning once I've picked up something else for the readathon. So far we're only like 3.5 hours in, and I think if I get like a good night's sleep right now, I will be re-energized to keep going tomorrow, so that's nice. The fact that it's night time right now is not helping. I feel sleepy, but I'm gonna read for a bit. Then we'll go to bed. That's what I'll do. I'll update in the morning, and hopefully, I know I said I wanted to read 8 hours today. That definitely didn't happen, and I don't know if I'll be able to catch up on today's 4.5. Is that it? I think so. That was quick math. Today's 4.5 and tomorrow's 8. That's like 12.5 hours, and I don't think I can do it, but hopefully we'll try to do as much as I can, and I'll update tomorrow in the morning, tell you what I'm reading. So far I don't know what I want to read, but also I have a few options from the ones I'm in the middle of already. So yeah, I'll get into it. I'll tell you guys about it tomorrow, and good night. Not really, I'm gonna go read now, but yeah, good night. Hi guys, so it's the next afternoon. I did end up sitting down. I wasn't reading, I was listening to another audiobook, because there's just something about audiobooks. I had the best time ever. But basically last night I managed to hit 4 hours and 16 minutes right at the end of one of my chapters, and I decided, listen, I need a break, so I went to bed because I was super tired. And honestly, even though I've slept, I'm still really tired. I really just want to take a break because I don't normally read for like more than a couple hours every day. This challenge is pushing me out of that clearly, and I really just want to get it done in like the original 3-day time span, and I know I can't do 12 hours considering I'm starting late today, starting at 4:48. So that's kind of late, but also I kind of want to get my hours in, so we shall see. But basically I was listening to the audiobook Bad Men. I got sent the audio arc of this, I believe, by RB Media, so thank you so much for that. It's about this woman, did I forget her name? Safi, a quirky, not quirky, a serial killer, alright, she's like quirky. I don't know. Does this make any sense right now? I don't think it does. But essentially, there's this serial killer lady, Safi. She's like a rich socialite, but she kills bad men. And she's pretty good at what she does. No one suspects her because she's just so rich and she's got all these things going for her. And why would she do it, right? Essentially, because of the whole thing that she's killing off all these bad men. That's why the book is called that. She can't really date any guys, because if she does, what if her boyfriend turns out to be her next victim? Because he did something bad. That's just the way her life is going. And then on the other hand, there's this guy called Jonathan. He's got this true crime podcast, and through that, one day there's this thing that happens. I can't really describe it because we are very much in the thick of the book, and I'd pretty much just spoil half of it for you. But something happens and he's suspected of murder. He's just like, listen, I didn't do it, and you know he didn't do it, but he's just suspected of it, and you don't know what's going on right now. And Safi, actually, as you find out, she has a crush on him. So she decides she's gonna try to help him get not convicted of murder and like actually find the true murderer. But then the thing is, she can't let her past crimes of killing off all these bad men, even though they were bad, even though it wasn't technically a crime, because you know what she did was, I mean, it's not morally correct, but at the same time, the people she killed off, they're bad, they did all these things. I don't know how to explain it. It's a very good book in the sense that it plays at your moral conscience. You don't know what's good or what's bad or how you describe it morally, but then again, I love books like that. And I'm loving reading about a female serial killer. For some reason, those are just the books I've been reading for the past few months, the thrillers especially. But this is more like a rom-com-y thriller. It's really fun. It's very sweet. I'm really having a good time. I love the narration specifically because of all the voices the narrator is doing for all these characters, and the way when Safi is talking to others and pretending to be this like dumb woman so she can get her way with everything, the way the voice is done there, but when she's actually speaking to us and giving her inner monologue, I love it. It's done beautifully. Honestly, one of the best audio narrations I've heard in my life. So if you haven't heard it yet, if this intrigues you, this is your sign, go listen to it. But I didn't listen to very much because I'd already been listening to it for a weekish now since I've been given the arc. But I just picked up from where I'd stopped, and this is the best part of being in the middle of something. I can just pick right back up, and I'm already in the middle of it, so I don't need to get into world building and stuff, plot building. I'm just in it and I have my attention focused there. If I've calculated right, because it's got like a certain amount of time left for me to listen to, but because I listen to my books, anything, sped up. I cannot focus on 1x speed. It's always like 1.5, 2x speed. I calculated and I'm 66% through the book right now. That's what it shows on NetGalley. That's where I got the arc from, by the way. But basically, I have about 2 hours and 45 minutes left to finish the audio book, and I've decided I'm gonna take a break from it. I'm loving it, but I'm gonna take a break from it simply because I want to save it for the times when I'm tired, like yesterday at night, and I don't want to do anything except maybe just crochet, unwind, calm down, relax, which I'm having the best time ever. And I have crocheted a couple things. I don't have them with me right now. I'll show them to you later. I made a flower when I was listening to the Paradise Problem earlier, and I started making this like little granny square pouch while I'm listening to this. It's not complete. I'll show it to you once it's done. And I'm having the best time ever. I can't make words right now because I've been reading a lot. That also does not make sense, but here we are. I've been loving that granny square pouch pattern though, so maybe when I'm like listening to more of the book, I might just go make some more of those because I'm just having the best time. But apart from that, right now, since it's like 4:52 right now, I've been speaking for so long, I decided I actually want to go out to the library, which closes at 7. So if I leave in the next like 8ish minutes and reach, because it's like right down the street, I should be there in no time. I think we can get like a good couple hours of reading in for now, and I don't want to sit there with my audiobook and crochet because there are other people and I don't want people staring at me. Listen, where I'm recording right now, I'm all by myself, I'm alone because I cannot have my family watching me when I talk or record these clips. Do you really think if I'm embarrassed of my family watching me when I speak to the camera, I'll be able to make it out in the open in an actual library with other people who I don't even know, strangers, and be able to crochet? Can't do that. So I've decided I want to pick up a book. I want to pick up this one again. I've been reading it in so many different videos. My roommate is a vampire. Not because the book is bad, it's because it's me. I'm the problem. If you watched earlier videos, you will know. I was reading this back in October for a different video that hasn't even come out yet, simply because it's incomplete, like everything I do. I was really enjoying it. I was reading it on Kindle, by the way, and I was having the best time, so I decided I want it physically. So I decided I'm going to stop reading it on Kindle and place an order for a copy. Now the copy, it came in 2-3 weeks later because it got delayed by Amazon, and I was really mad, but it basically came 1 week before December, and by then October was very much over. Everyone was getting in their Vlogmas reading Christmas book Spirit. So was I. And I suddenly didn't want to read about vampires anymore. I wanted to read Christmas rom-coms. So because of that, I haven't picked this book up. I've been trying over the past few months, if you've been able to watch and tell from videos, to get through it. And right now I have just about over 100 pages left. So I'm going to take this with me to the library. And I'm also going to take my Kindle with me, simply because I'm reading this book called Long Weekend over there. Again, sent as an ARC. I just got to it very late, but I'm having the best time. So thank you Books Go Social for the ARC. But basically it's like this thriller of like a vacation gone wrong. That's one of my favorite tropes. I will explain it in a bit, but I don't know what I want to read, so I'm going to take both of these with me. I have 100 pages left on this and 150 on this. So I think could possibly finish either of these books today or the audiobook, I'm not sure. But basically we have hopes. We have high hopes looking up for today. And I think I want to get, since we are like 4 hours and 16 minutes in, I want to get at least like 10 hours done today, which I don't know if that's realistic, but I want to. And in that time, maybe we could finish one of these 3. So we shall see. Those are the books I'm in the middle of. And earlier this morning when I woke up, because I woke up late since I was tired and I was reading till late as well, it turns out a package came in. And it's because there was a sale on Amazon a few days ago and I decided I want to order books. Why not? Because it was like cheaper. And I know I already got some in my previous vlog. I broke my little book buying ban and went crazy on World Book Day. Not that crazy because my bookstore was having a sale. Stop, I'm saving money. So I got more books. I got The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. So fun. I haven't read The Good Girl's Guide to Murder or her other book 5 Survive. I own all of them. So very anticipating, very excited. I have Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I have actually read a different book by her. It's called Elsewhere by Gabrielle Zevin, the same author. That broke my heart. It played with every emotion I have. It took everything out of me. I was just sad and depressed and crying, but also it was happy. I don't know how to explain it, but just know I really loved that book. And once I saw this, I was just like, the internet loves it. And that one isn't as hyped, but it was amazing. I read it because my friend told me to, and this one, listen, I don't even need anyone to tell me to, I just wanted it, so I got it. And lastly, I got Bride by Ali Hazelwood because, you know, it's been blowing up everywhere. Can you blame me? There's so many new releases. I'm so excited. I'm waiting to get into this, but basically, we have 3 more books as options to read in this video. Mostly, I don't know if I'll be getting to any of these simply because I have a set little TBR in my head at least for this video, and also because these are for other videos, but we shall see. If I feel like it and if the mood, you know, calls for it, because I'm in a slump and I don't want to get forced into it, I might just pick one of these. But that's the plan for now. I'm sorry for the huge update and every huge update I've been given. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the library now. Without further ado, take you guys with me. We'll read for a bit. Can't speak in there, so I'm speaking longer right now. And I'll update once I come back, tell you what I read. But this is what I'm taking with me. And that was a huge update. So I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, so it's been a bit since I updated this vlog. Listen, I mean that loosely actually because I don't remember the last time I updated. I think it was last week or something like that. I'm losing track of time. But basically because I'm here on vacation, I've been doing other vacation things that we had planned and didn't get back to this vlog. Now officially hit the halfway mark. I am 12 hours and 27 minutes into our challenge, which is so fun because we have just about halfway, or a little under halfway left now to hit our 24 hours and be done. Inspired, excited to start reading again because, you know, it's the new week. Haven't really read much this week because of everything that's been going on, but I'm super down just to sit down and read right now. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And if you saw in the past couple of updates, the ones in the B-roll wherein there was like the timer beside the book, I'm pretty sure, I think it's edited in that way, I'm not too sure, but hopefully it is. I finished the two books I think I was in the middle of reading at the time when I was talking to you. I finished listening to Bad Men, the audiobook, which thank you RB Media for sending it my way. One of the best audio narrations I've listened to till date. And I finished reading My Roommate is a Vampire. So I'm just gonna review both of these books together, kind of, because I gave both of them 4 stars. Found both of them very interesting. Wish I just went through with both of them sooner, because, you know, I had a good time. And then now specifically for Bad Men, it was very entertaining, intriguing. I loved the little romance element, but with like a mystery thriller edge to it. And when you get to the ending and you read the last plot twist on the last page and you figure out everything that actually happened and transpired, you're just gonna be like, what? Because I did not see that coming. Blew my mind. Actually, you know what, we can maybe even up it to a 4.25, because the way I felt about it, I had a good time. Honestly, I had a really good time waiting for this author to come out with more books so I can just go binge them, because it was so good. I loved the whole female serial killer aspect. I think I may have discussed this, I'm not too sure. But if I haven't, in the past few months I've been reading books along the lines of this, wherein we have a bad girl FMC. Because most conventional romance books, they're all just gonna be like a sweet little girl who is not like other girls and doesn't do other shit. But then here, they're badass, because, you know, they're literally killing people, which there's nothing badass about killing people, but also she's killing bad men. That's the whole point. And listen, I had a good time. So maybe like a 4.25, yeah. But it was a really, really good book. Then I finished My Roommate is a Vampire. Finally, I have been reading this book since I don't even know how long. And the feeling of hitting finish on this after I finished it on Goodreads, surreal. Can I just talk about that for a second? Like I did it and I was just like, hey, that's it. I'm done with it, finally. But yeah, it wasn't a bad book in the sense it's just me. I wasn't down for the whole vampire atmosphere while it's literally summer outside and I want to be reading my beachy books. It wasn't much of a summer book, but I had a good time. If it wasn't for the bad timing and the slump and everything else Amazon misdelivering, I think it could have gotten a high rating. It is very close to a 5 stars. Might even go ahead and reread it sometime in the future. I don't know. We will see. But for now, I think I'm good. It's sitting at a 4. I had a good time. There's so many little cute scenes in this wherein Frederick and Cassie, they're doing all these things, and because he's a vampire who something happens, so his head is stuck in like the 19th century ethics and like rules, and you know, there's all this stuff happening. I love it. Honestly, I don't even know where I was going with that. I just mean to say I love this book, and I'm really excited for the sequel. It's with his best friend who's a different vampire, and I don't see him as a romantic male love interest simply because of his actions in this book. Frederick 100%. His friend Reginald, I don't see him as one, so I'm really hoping to get my hands on that book soon, because it's one of my anticipated reads for this year. I want to see it. I want to read it and I want to get down into it and see it, because she can work magic. Jenna Levine can work magic with her books, so I'm really excited to read that at some point. But basically, it's very much giving like a romance book set in the Regency era, but with the best parts of it set in modern day. That makes no sense. Just know it's really good. There's stuff like, you know, hand holding or just like looking at each other with that burning gaze, and like the way it's done, so good. It's giving Regency but like modern era. That's what I'm trying to say. And listen, I love books like that, so if you want something like that, pick this up maybe during Halloween time. But yeah, it's a pretty good book. So 4 stars for this. And then right now I'm just switching back and forth on Kindle. I've been reading The Long Game. No, I messed it up. I'm reading Long Weekend and The Love Game. They're 2 separate books. Then it's not The Long Game. I don't know why I said that. Isn't that also a book? I think that's a book actually. The Long Game. It came out last year. I think it's by like a really famous author. I know it's got a green cover. I don't know. I'm ranting. But essentially I was reading both of those. I'm flipping between both of them because I got the arc, but I never got to it while it was out. And now I'm just trying to read it because it's like really fun. So Long Weekend by S.M. Thomas, I'm 57% of the way through. And Love Game, I'm 25% of the way through. So we already have like a decent chunk finished. And I am hoping to finish both of these by the end of the video and maybe one more book. We never know. We shall see. And also I've been watching Max and Hall, like the series on Prime, for the past couple of days. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's amazing. But also it was inspired by a German book, I believe, which I'm also really down to be wanting to read. So maybe after we're done with these 2, we might just pick that up in this video. I don't know. But so far I'm just trying to get through these 2, so that's what I'll be working on doing right now. That's what I'm gonna do right now. Get ahead with the 12 hours and maybe just, I want to finish this video in the next couple of days. That's what I'm trying to say. So I want to read a lot now, and that's what I'm gonna go do on my Kindle because I charged it finally. And the last little update, while I was listening to the audiobooks, I said I was crocheting things. I crocheted this flower. I don't know if you can really tell, but like it's got like a green stem, and I made the petals blue simply because, listen, I thought it would look cute. It's like a carnation. I don't have like the straw stick or something you need to make a stem. I don't have one here with me, so when I get back home maybe I'll fix it up. But yeah, this was supposed to be for my mom for Mother's Day, and I'm just making this random granny square thing right now. I have no idea what it is. I'm just having the best time, so I'm just gonna keep working on that. If we do another audiobook, we shall see. But this is fun, and I also made like a little pouch thing which I don't have with me anymore because I gifted it. But yeah, made quite a few things. There was a good amount of progress. Also, I had painted my nails, but they're like really bad right now, so might just go back, repaint them, pick another audiobook, we shall see. But those are the plans. That's what's been going on for the video. That was a long update, at least 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes. I've been speaking to you for 7.5 minutes, probably more now because I'm, still speaking. I hope you're not bored. But yeah, that was quite a bit of me talking and yapping, so I'm gonna go read some now. Hopefully we can get to, I don't want to say 20 hours because I know I won't do it today, but since it's 12.5, maybe we can get to 17 today. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Yeah, but that's what I'm going to go do now. I have a very eventful evening of reading ahead of me, hanging out with my fictional character friends. I don't know. That's what I'm going to do. Both the books I'm in the middle of, both of them feel like 3 stars. Both of them feel very, you're sitting up late at night, it's a school day the next day, and you're reading Wattpad. That's what both of them are giving. Even though one of them is a thriller, the other is a romance, is giving Wattpad, no offense, in the best way. And they both feel like 3 stars. So I'm just gonna go binge both of them, see if I can binge it in this evening. Won't happen, but we shall see. And I'm gonna go read now. So I'll see you guys hopefully not next week, hopefully tomorrow if I do come around to updating. But that was the update for now. And I've been speaking for quite a while, so I'm gonna go because it's embarrassing me. Bye! Lighting is not so great, but this is gonna have to make do because I'm in a hurry. But essentially, we got quite the way into the timer. We're now 17 hours and 50 minutes into the challenge. Yay! Round of applause for me because I'm tired for sure. This is raining means taking everything out of me. However, I have ended up finishing Long Weekend on my Kindle. Let's talk about that book for a sec, but before that, I just wanted to say, since the last time I updated, I ended up starting a new book because I have an issue, clearly. It's an audiobook. It's got a name because I was just hating it so much. One Italian Summer. I've already read a different book by this author. She's really popular, but the thing is, I didn't like that one, I didn't like this one. I am not fully done with it, but there's a certain trope that happens in both books and it happened here just yet. And now I'm just kind of sick of it. I'm halfway through the audiobook. If I didn't mention, I was, listening on audio. Crocheting. I made my mom's little birthday gift. It's not here. I'll show it to you later. But essentially, I made that, listened to halfway. I'm not enjoying it. Essentially, it's about this girl. Her mom passes away. Her mom was like the love of her life, and now her life is like meaningful. No, it's meaningless because her mom passed away. And her mom always had this dream that they would go to Italy together. So one Italian summer, she's gonna go live out that trip that she and her mom wanted to take together. And it's kind of like a self-discovery book, and like everything's changing. But the thing is, she has a husband. She goes on the trip. There's a romance happening, and it just feels very wrong. So I ended up listening to half of it since I started the timer. Then that trope happened, which every reader hates, me included, and I decided, I want to break from that. So I picked up the Love Game on Kindle. The same thing happened here. What is it with these people? She, in the Love Game, she kind of works as like a professional chef for this tennis player dude who has this really weird condition wherein he wakes up at 3 a.m. to eat like full meals. So he needs someone to cook for him, and no one's ready to do that because no one wants to wake up at 3 to cook for him. So she takes the job, she does it for him, they start falling for each other. He has a fiance. What is it with authors having partners for our love interests? That just makes it so annoying. But anyway, same trope happened. I was just like, come on, is this my luck truly? So I picked the only thriller I was reading up, Long Weekend again. Praying to God this time that trope doesn't happen because it's a thriller. And if you can understand what I'm talking about, I hope you do. If you don't, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to spoil books here. But yeah, I picked this up, sat in 2 goes, binged it. Can you believe that? From going from hating the past couple of books, not finishing those. I binged this in a go. So much fun, honestly. This book is basically about these 6 people who go to this island. 5 of them are like really rich. They are like, I don't know, like billionaires, millionaire kind of level. They are like high in influence and popularity, whatever. And they're high profile guests. So they all go on this like trip to this island wherein they are hosting like a thing for the guests. I don't know, it's kind of like a vacation gone wrong. Wherein the hotel over there, Hotel Horizon, it's open for the first time. They value their privacy, I guess, of the guests more than safety. So it's not very safe, there's no bodyguards as such, but then it's only the 6 of them on an entire island. And that's supposed to make up for it. I don't understand. But anyway, the 6 of them, they go there. 5 of them are high profile. So there's like an actor. There's 2 businesswomen. There's like a corrupt politician. There's a streamer, I guess. I don't know, what was he, a YouTuber? I don't know. Something. They go on this island together, and one woman called Emma, she wanted like a job promotion, but her boss wasn't giving it to her. So the boss said instead of the boss going on this trip, who was supposed to be the original 6th member, she sent Emma instead as compensation for not getting the promotion. So Emma is not one of these high profile guests, but she just goes along, and what happens is, out of all these 6 people, people start dying one by one. So they're trying to figure that out. It's like vacation gone wrong. I love that trope. Also, it's giving She Started It, just the atmosphere, not the story. I mean, the story is kind of similar, but I read that like last year. Absolutely binged and, ate it up. Same here. It was so good. I love the writing. I love the way the chapters were flowing. I'm trying to be fast here because I need to leave, but essentially I really liked the book, and the ending, it really got me because I read the entire book and it was supposed to end on this like inconclusive note, so I was just gonna be really mad, but we got an epilogue in the point of view of the murderer. Take a minute to hear me out. In the murderer's point of view? What? I read it, blew my mind. That last sentence, I was so confused. I thought I had it nailed from the very beginning. Turns out I didn't. And it suddenly wasn't a 3-star anymore because it blew my expectations. I love it when thrillers do that. You expect something and they give you something completely different. And suddenly you're just like questioning everything. Like I guessed it, but it was wrong because it was someone else. I love that feeling. But essentially, finished it, loved it. I had to pause the timer and go back and reread the epilogue once because I was just like, hey, are you kidding me? Did that really happen? And I picked up the clues in the epilogue. It did happen. I enjoyed it thoroughly. So I gave it 4 stars, had a great time, and so this is where we are sitting at, 17 hours and 50 minutes. Now I'm currently going out to see relatives, but it's going to be quite the commute to get there, and my vacation, this is my last week here, and I have like a different video I need to wrap up as well. So hopefully this is the last day I'm going to be reading for this vlog, and I'm going to try to get all the rest of the hours in on this. So while I'm gone, I am hoping to finish at least one of these 2 books that we have because it's like 6 hours left. I did the math before I came here. And I think I could Italian Summer one. I don't know, that one. And maybe a bit of Love Game. We shall see. But that was the update. I'm sorry if I'm rambling, going on and on. That's just the way it is. You're watching my channel for a reason. And yeah, I'm gonna go out now. I'm getting late. But that's the update. Have some reading to catch up on. Have quite a bit to do. I hate this camera angle and lighting, but that's just the way it is. I'm so sorry if you didn't like it. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Hi guys, so it's been a couple of days again since I've updated you. I keep saying this, I've repeatedly just been saying this in every single video I put out, so you're just gonna have to deal with that. However, I did end up finishing that Italian Summer book. Listen, I'm just so done with it, but I finished it. I have reached 19 hours and 35 minutes on our challenge. And today is also the last day of my little trip here. And so because it's the last day, I want to finish as much as I can of the challenge. I want to finish the whole thing, hopefully. So that's what I will try to work on doing. I have about 4 hours left, I think, a little more than 4 hours and 25 minutes, something like that. That was good math. I finished One Italian Summer. I have mixed thoughts. I like it better than her other book that I read in 5 years. However, both of them have a specific trope that always ruins a book for me. And listen, you can't fix it. No matter how good the ending is, the trope, it just spoils everything for me. So here we are. The ending was great though. I like the way the things wrapped up. I feel like the majority of it was fine. I was bored. I was just ready for it to get done. I loved the atmospheric Italian descriptions. It gave very much the summer vibe I was looking for. However, it felt slow and I was bored. However, the last 40 pages of the book picked up, the loose ends were connected, stuff happen, because both of her books, actually the ones I've read so far, they have a little plot of magical realism in it. So there's something happening that's magical, however the element applies to reality. That makes zero sense. If you go read the summaries on Goodreads, you will understand. However, if you don't want to spoil the book for yourself, that's the reason I'm not saying anything. But yeah, if you're down to, find out a little bit of the plot, you could probably go look it up. There is an element of surrealness in the books, which is not bad, but the way it ties into reality has to make sense for me, and the way this one did, I enjoyed that. The last one I read by her, that just didn't sit right with me, so I'm gonna give this one 2.5 stars for that reason. That's it. And also at the end of the book, I found out that the hotel in this book, One Italian Summer, actually exists, and the author, she visited it, and then she decided she wants to write a book about it, and it was so fun going through the emails she exchanged with the hotel, so that was fun. But the book in itself, it really just felt like she wrote it for herself and not exactly as something to publish, because it felt, it felt very self-inserting. Like, I don't want to say it in a very mean way, but it just very much felt like it was written specifically for herself. And it felt kind of wrong reading it once I figured out how. Again, if you look into Goodreads, you'll be able to figure it out. I'm not trying to spoil anything for you, but that's the main point of what I was trying to say. Settings, the descriptions, they were really fun. A little too descriptive at times, but it tied in. I enjoyed it. 2.5 stars. And with this book, I have concluded that I will not be reading any more of this author ever again, simply because I don't want to have regrets, alright, and I don't want to end up regretting having picked it yet again, so I'm not going to. Even though I was really excited for her new release for this year, I think it's called Expiration Dates, but I'm not going to read it. I just know I'm not going to, because I just don't enjoy her books very much. They are on like the literary fiction side with like a subplot of romance, but both the times the romance, I hated it. It didn't do it for me. If it was just literary fiction, I could have taken it, but the romance made it worse, and that's why the star rating I gave it took it down as well. We are done with the book. That's all that really matters. I'm so grateful to move on. And because today is the last day, I want to finish our last book, Love Game, which I've been reading since so long at this point. I just want to finish it in this video. Honestly, I don't want to take it back with me, even though it's literally coming on Kindle. I just want to be done. And because we have 4 hours and 25 minutes on the timer, I'm not that much of a fast reader. I have about 250 pages left on it. I'm like 40% or a little more than that into the book on Kindle. And so I figured I should probably just visit the library here one last time for nostalgia's sake, but also to finish the book, because it's quiet, it's peaceful, and that's where I get most of my reading done anyway, at least at the best speed I can. So let's pray, cross our fingers, that in the 4 hours and 25 minutes I have, I can read like 250 pages, which it doesn't sound like much, but also I'm slow at reading, so we shall see. We will figure it out. I'm going right now actually, so I'm gonna go. I'll take you guys with me, and hopefully we'll finish the last little bit of this challenge over there. I'll see you guys hopefully in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, so it is currently pretty late at night, morning, it's 3:12, God help me. I'm supposed to be waking up in the next couple of hours because I need to get back home. I'm reading the night before, technically the morning before I'm going to be leaving, so I'm technically still on vacation, I think it counts, and I finished the challenge. Just wanted to come in and say that, 24 hours exactly. It took a while to get here, but I'm done. And I also have another piece of good news. I actually managed to finish the Love Game. I got to this, I think you could call it the epilogue basically. The chapter was labeled post-match commentary, where it was just summarizing what happened, the events after. And listen, I'm done. I was reading that as the timer went off, finished it. I'm so grateful to be done with that book. I did not enjoy it. I have so many complaints. I'm just going to start rambling them off before I forget, and then I'm going to bed. Essentially, I hated both characters. I thought the man was too toxic, especially when he opened his mouth. I thought the woman was too toxic because she had been in a relationship where she was cheated on, and then now she was being the one who was cheating with someone on someone else. And the guy, he's just like encouraging it, and like it felt very one-sided and physical, the connection. The things that happened at the end, they felt very physical. I think I said that, I don't know, I'm sleepy, but they felt very I can fix him, and I don't like that vibe. that's not for me. The events that happened at the end, yeah, they were fun. I was smiling, I'm gonna admit it, but they were cringe, and I was just ready to get it over with. So I sat down, spent the last day of vacation binging this book. Am I happy with my decision? Probably not, but I needed to get this video done, so here we are. Quick mention, because I forgot, I found the writing style of this book club game very choppy, and when I was reading the one or listening to the audiobook before, I managed to finish making yet another pouch. This is what it looks like, and I made another couple of things that I will show you on B-roll, like a placemat and my mom's birthday gift. So that's it. I'm going to bed now because I want to sleep, and I want to wake up nice and bright, get on my way because I'm going back home, and hopefully try to enjoy some hours of sunshine, not crying about how much I don't like this book. So this was like a 2.5 star read, maybe 2.75, just simply a little better than the previous book, but at the same time, cheating in a book ruins it for me. So here we are, and yeah, I'm ready to go to bed. I will speak to you guys maybe soon in the next video, whenever it comes out, whenever this comes out as well. Honestly, I'm ready to go to bed. I don't even know what I'm saying right now, but yeah, goodbye. I'll see you guys soon. If you like this video, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. And if you want more videos like this from me, where I'm actually sitting and doing 24 hours in 24 hours, or like 2 days separate, not the break it up over a month-long vacation and just take all my time, let me know in the comments. I will try my very best. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope to see you guys very, very soon. And yeah, I'll see you. Bye.